Well, oftentimes I'll go and I'll sleep on the little like couch thing that I have in the other room. If I can't sleep in the bedroom, I'll
the
go
day bed.
The day bed. Yeah, I'll swap it up to the day bed.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I'm like here alone, you know.
It is, yeah. I think it's just like a change of look. It's almost like the reset button.
Yeah. The problem is that like I'm so close to the 101 that it's so loud in that room.
Oh
The
yeah, because
101
you're
is just
closer.
like, oh God, shut up.
It's like, who even needs to drive this late at night?
And who's riding a Harley
Yeah.
at 2:00 in the morning?
Listen, motorcycle riders, get your 8 hours. You know, get some sleep.
Yeah, exactly. You need to be frosty because you're in danger.
Frosty,
Frosty.
like fresh.
If you stay frosty, it means you stay alert.
Oh,
You're not familiar with this idiom?
not used in that way. No.
Hmm.
I'll start using it though.
It would be good if you did.
This is Premeditated, the podcast investigating society's unwritten laws and the heinous ways they're broken.
True crime, low stakes.
I'm Neil.
I'm Graham.
And this is Premeditated.
Hello, America.
Stars and stripes.
It's good to see you again.
Mm-hmm.
I've been missing you. I've been thinking about America all day long.
Oh, it's
all night.
The first thing in my head when I wake up.
It's the last thing in my head when I
U.S. of gosh darn A.
And all the gorgeous people that fill this great wide country.
Mm-hmm.
And why, I'm also thinking about why not everyone is listening to Premeditated.
That is something I also think about when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. Why not? The nice thing is that the people who are listening to Premeditated have been sending us their cases.
Oh, they've been listening.
They've been listening. They've been talking.
They've been active listeners.
They've been active listeners.
They listen and they respond.
And they respond to a DC number.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are, I mean, we're such
headquartered in Washington, D.C.
Staunch Americans. We have to go to this podcast must be in the Capitol.
We are the justices of, I mean, we're like a lawmaking body.
Yeah, certainly.
We're an arm of the government.
Oh, yeah. 2 arms.
You know what? This brings up a good point, Graham. It's astonishing to me. Doing this podcast now for as long as we've been doing it has shown me how little I know about the legal system.
But who does anybody know anything about?
Does anyone know anything about the legal system?
Who can even make a complete sentence come out of their mouth?
I can barely do it.
But like, so I've thought about this too, because it's like once we get into like the YouTube comment level of fame,
where if someone leaves a YouTube comment,
which we're almost there.
We're just about there. Yeah.
But like once people start like commenting, being like, "These guys are wrong. You should drive on the left side of the road." Blah blah blah. I can't believe how wrong they are, and like really giving it back to us. I challenge those future listeners. Show me one judge that has gotten every case right. No one knows. Yeah. No one knows what they're doing.
People are holding us to such a high standard.
Exactly.
They expect 100% accuracy, like moral accuracy from our rulings, and I don't think that's something that we can provide.
I don't think that's something the judicial system provides. Like there's never been a case where both parties walked away and were like, "Yeah,
that was fair.
I think we were both treated pretty fairly."
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about that.
Like what divorced couple going through splitting up their Beanie Babies?
Divorced people aren't happy.
They're unhappy.
Well, they're doing something that probably makes them happier, maybe. But I think
which is getting divorced.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, like in the long run.
Yeah, maybe. I don't think happy couples divorce.
Sure, that's probably true.
There's some, but again, some happy couples might divorce.
There could be extenuating circumstances, and those are the circumstances that we really get into on this podcast.
We do.
When is it appropriate? You know, because everything's appropriate at some point.
Yeah, there's got to be a line somewhere.
There's lines all over the place, and they are not straight lines.
And speaking of lines, our phone lines have been open.
Oh my God!
And we have voicemails from dozens of listeners from 2s of countries.
From 2s, maybe even
3s of countries.
Do we have any Canadians in there?
Probably.
Yeah, I know for a fact that we have at least one other country.
Ooh, I hope they have an accent.
Ooh, I bet they do. But here's the thing. Neither of us have listened to any of these voicemails.
I haven't heard any of these.
Yeah, so they're all a mystery to me. All I know is that they exist.
All we know,
people have confirmed that they've left some.
Yeah, all we know is that our producer Matt has listened to them And so we know they exist,
Mm-hmm.
but I have no idea what the contents these case files create.
It's kind of a zero knowledge proof.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. But one of us is gonna listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take turns. Do you want to take turns?
I think it'll probably be you.
Every single time? Every voicemail? What? No. It's like only you get to open presents on Christmas.
Yeah, but I want to watch.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take turns, or maybe I'll do 2 turns, then you have 1 turn.
Sure,
Okay,
fair enough.
And then I will get the little secret.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna hear the whole voicemail.
I'll hear the whole
To
voicemail.
completion.
Oh, I'm gonna be laughing, and you won't be able to know what I'm laughing.
I have no idea.
Then I'm gonna bring up an improv scene with you, and I want you to react not as Neil Zumwalt would, but as I want your reaction to be informed by the character you so choose.
Okay. I mean, I can create a character at will.
So if you step into a scene as let's say, I'm just spitballing here, a 16th century knight.
Okay.
I need you to respond like a 15th century knight.
So I go back 100 years.
Correct.
Okay.
This is how you know it's gonna be a good podcast, when I can't remember what century I said.
You said 60?
2 seconds ago.
Yeah. So we're going like, I actually don't know when the Black Plague was. I was going to make a Black Plague joke because it happened, I think, in the 1400s.
Yeah, no one who lived through it can tell us.
Yeah, there were no survivors.
Yeah.
Because they've all died since. Yeah.
But first, actually, before we get to calls, I have a fun little
Okay.
thing I've been meaning to read to you.
Oh my gosh. You have something to read. Holy
I have
smokes.
something to read to you. Speaking of YouTube comments, this is a comment I got on a social media community forum page post.
Okay.
So I
cannot
have
wait.
been. This is exciting. So I have been doing it's like an online course about like you're trying to find like an agent or manager, and so it's basically like a coach throughout that.
Okay.
Coaching you through that process. And so one of the things,
agent to get an agent.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Well put. Maybe this is a pyramid scheme. So one of the things you have to do is to figure out your castability. So it's like the sort of like rule of thumb is like what actors could you step in and play the roles. So like a lot of it, when you think about castability, it's like, who do you look like? What kind of like voices or character, or, like what?
So for me, that would be like a Laura Dern.
Exactly.
That would be like
Yes.
Maybe a Laura Linney. It would be a Laura.
Oh, Laura. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, Laura.
Thank you.
Yes, exactly. Those are 2 great
Some
ones.
blonde Laura. I
Uh-huh.
can step in and fill those.
You could
shoes.
do. Her name's not Laura, but you could do the AMC Welcome to AMC Movie Theaters.
Nicole
intro.
Kidman.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting some Kidman vibes.
Okay. Just quick before you
Uh-huh.
read this.
Yes.
I don't understand that world. Like gay men freak out every time that AMC commercial
It's
comes
not
on.
just gay men.
It's
I've
not just
seen-
gay men. It's like it's
Uh-huh.
everybody in the movie theater, but like gay men. Maybe those are the people whose group texts that I am in.
Mm-hmm.
But they will talk about it, and I'm
It's-
like, I don't understand what is so special
It's
about.
so
this
weird to be
commercial.
swept away by a commercial. Yeah, a little commercial.
I mean, I get the part of it that I do get is that she does step in a puddle in heels,
Yeah,
which is
that's the fun part. Your feet
it's
don't get
fun,
wet.
but like we've all been to a drag show. The
Mhm.
floors are always wet. We've seen
Yeah.
this before.
There's
you
been
know
puddles.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Somebody has spilled their Modelo's.
Anyways,
Anyways,
good.
read this to me.
This is gonna be good. We're running long. Okay, so like this group has like a community page, and it's probably like a couple hundred people.
Okay.
None of them I've ever met before. They're just like I've seen their face maybe once or twice on Zoom, but never exchanged, like never talked to them like in a one-on-one conversation.
Okay.
It's like you're all there, you're listening to questions. So I post on the community page like, hey, I'm looking for castability. Tell me what you think. I posted this photo, which is just like an arrangement of, it's like a headshot, something for my wedding.
Okay.
Like just that, like, that's
You're
like
giving
a picture.
just for the listeners at home.
Uh-huh.
He's giving a little bit of that Facebook movie energy and
Yes.
a little bit Ted Lasso.
Sure. Yeah.
in this.
Yeah. So I have like half mustache, half clean shaven,
Mm-hmm.
t-shirt, suit, button down, like kind of a variety of anything. So
A gorgeous 10 in every photo, I will say. You're welcome.
fuck. I've just been waiting for someone to. No one said that on this community page.
Nobody
No one
said
said
that?
perfect page.
That's not where this is going?
No,
Okay.
no. Okay, so this woman who I know this because she's like asked a question on this page is German.
Okay.
Full on, like lives in Germany, is taking this class.
So you know you're going to get the truth from this woman's mouth.
Exactly.
Yes, okay.
Exactly. If you know Germans like I know Germans,
Yeah.
they don't sugarcoat. They'll tell
Yeah.
you exactly what they think.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the person. So I will say before I even read these, there's some funny ones on here. and they're like a little disparaging of me a little bit, but I think she fucking nails me.
Okay.
She
Okay.
nails me to a fucking head. Okay, so I'll read this. So this is from Maria. I don't know. You don't need to say her full name. Hi, Graham, smiley face. Very nice pictures. I will try to find some characters which came into my mind.
Okay.
Usually people just give the actor names. Maria chose to do something a little different.
Okay.
So she has a annotated list, very organized, as most Germans are. First one, the devoted father / husband or single dad.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Single dad. So
Or single dad.
Or
so I'm
single,
devoted
okay.
or I'm something happened and I'm now
okay.
single.
But I imagine that she's still saying that you love your kids.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So first one, devoted father, single husband or single dad. Number 2, good guy loser.
It's sort of similar to the no thanks, sorry man
Yeah.
persona that you have. Good guy loser is really special.
I mean, this is someone who's, I don't think ever heard me speak.
Yeah, it's incredible that she has your
Good guy
number.
loser. Number 2. This is a list of 8 things. Good guy loser was number
We're
2.
only two of them. All right.
Devoted father, a single dad, good guy loser, the hero / the noble leader.
Okay.
Okay.
The noble leader.
The noble leader. I'm noble. 4, hopeless romantic guy.
I see that.
Yeah.
A little
That's-
smitten. Yeah, you could play smitten.
Yeah.
Sure.
Here's where they start getting descriptive. Cool, good looking guy, but insecure underneath.
Whoa.
Is she living with me? Like, what is going
Oh, I'm
on?
sweating.
But insecure underneath. 4, husband with a dark secret. Parentheses like you would never expect.
Whoa. Like I would never expect. Like the dark secret is like mail fraud or something.
Yeah, or like I don't know.
Like that's something I wouldn't expect.
He sits on the toilet backwards. Like,
yeah, exactly. Just straddles it and holds the bowl.
Young lawyer who tried to get a promotion in the law firm but can't get rid of his knife's image.
Oh, you got okay. Yeah, trying to be a little more cutthroat.
So she's showing a little prejudice towards lawyers here, saying that most lawyers are bad. So I couldn't get ahead because I'm too nice.
Actually, well, that kind of relates to this podcast, doesn't it?
It does. There's only a couple more. We'll get through it. Smart, good looking. Okay, so she's good looking. All right, it's like, all right,
She's
Maria.
fishing there.
Come on.
Yeah.
Smart, good looking who is insane in the inside.
Okay. Okay. A lot of this, like, wow, you have like a dark core.
Yeah. From the 6 pictures I submitted. And then finally, this is a fun one. A young police officer who suffers with drugs or relationship problems.
Whoa! Just going to cops.
Maybe that helps a little bit or gives you ideas.
Cops that hit. Cops that hit and shoot. Up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
So, Hollywood, if you're listening, and we know we are, those are characters I can play.
But that basically describes all men.
Yeah, good guy loser.
Yeah,
Number 2.
good guy loser to cop, abusive cop.
Yeah.
That is the whole gamut of men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she described all men. But yeah, anyways, that's what a stranger said to me.
I love that for you.
We should have her on the podcast.
We should.
She can do you. She can do your cast.
Whoa, me next.
Yeah, send you the pictures.
She's just like gay guy.
Yeah.
I think just normal gay guy.
I think just guy.
Should we crack open one of these cases?
Let's crack open one of these cases.
Sent to us.
I would open that, but there's nothing in there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm gonna sneak off to the what is it called? Studio City? Not Studio City. Table TV. What do they call it? Where all the TVs are?
Value Village.
No, where all the TVs are on a movie set.
Value Village.
No, that's a thrift store. TV Village.
Island Village. TV Island.
Value Villages. Yeah.
TV Island.
TV Island. I'm gonna sneak off to TV Island, and I'm gonna listen to this voicemail. I'll be right
We've
back.
never been on set.
Hi, my name is Lincoln. I live in Los Angeles. And my upsetness phrase is, how many times must I request rightfully earned Venmo money before I just have to rob you? Thank you.
Oh, hey Carl, how was the weekend?
The weekend was great. I mean, it was very low key.
Really?
Yeah.
You weren't that busy?
Not super busy.
Oh,
How about
okay.
you, Jamie? What did you do?
I took the kids to the pool, soccer
Okay.
game on Saturday.
So not that busy either, huh?
No, I was pretty busy. Actually, I did notice one thing. When we went out for tacos on lunch on Thursday,
Yeah.
I sent you a Venmo for $24.14. Did you get that?
I don't know. I might have gotten it.
Oh, I for sure sent it. Do you want me to hit remind on it, or would you be able to pull out your phone right now?
Listen, you're reminding me now. You don't have to hit remind on the app. I'm sure the app will remind me at some point.
Okay.
On its own. Yeah.
No, cool. Yeah.
So like,
not a big deal, by the way. Not a big deal.
I didn't take it as a big deal. It's tacos,
Yeah.
And maybe I'll just like grab you next time. It doesn't even matter. Those kids. What?
Don't grab. Can you? I would prefer if you didn't grab me next time.
What do you mean?
Like, because, like, yes, you could, buy tacos next time, but who's to say that we get the exact same order?
Is that important? It doesn't seem that important.
I guess what I'm saying is that
we have the same job. We're coworkers.
Right.
I know you get paid plenty of money, so that like we don't have to make a big deal about tacos.
Yes. And by the way, were you able to respond to Judith about?
No, I thought you were going to.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I guess I can. But since I'm doing that for you,
if you could do that, because I don't really feel like going through my emails right now.
Yeah, emails are the worst.
They are the worst.
But they do sometimes send you notifications if you have like a Venmo request. Did you happen to?
Did I see I don't think I saw that. I don't think I saw one.
Do you have your phone on you?
I do. I always have my phone on me.
I'm just trying to pay someone else on Venmo, and so I'd like to have your Venmo go through something. So,
I mean, I don't have it downloaded right now, to be honest. It does the thing where
you don't have it downloaded.
Well, I mean, it does the thing where it like if you haven't used it in long enough, it like deletes itself, and then you have to re-download it after a certain amount of time. That's an Apple feature, and as an Android user, I understand if you wouldn't have understand these sort of like more advanced features.
Okay.
I don't think I'm logged in right now, and I probably forgot my password somewhere.
And you don't have cash on you. Actually, don't.
Do I look like a stripper to you?
No,
I don't have cash
no.
on
You just
me.
look like a guy who owes me $24. All right, all rise for Lincoln from Los Angeles.
Thank you, Lincoln. I think I know what this one's about.
I think you know this Lincoln too.
I think I definitely know this Lincoln.
He's an honest Abe. He's a good.
Absolutely. One thing that I know about Lincoln is I applaud him for his honesty.
Yes, and he was honest for this one. What do you think it is?
I think it's how to respond to Venmo requests.
Yes.
Like how long of a grace period do you give people?
Yeah, essentially. I think his phrase was, "How long until I need to hunt them down and rob them?"
Sure. Yes.
Which
he's very witty.
Yes, he's very witty, and that would be the line of like, I really need this money back.
Yeah. As for the source, I am pretty like on top of it if I get a pay request on Venmo.
Mm-hmm.
We've been in organizations where we've all had to chip in.
Many organizations.
Many
organizations where you have to chip in, yeah.
Basically, I'm talking about an improv troupe, but I was too embarrassed to say that. But
two improv troupes,
technically. Improv troupes. Yeah, exactly. So I try to be like on top of it, like right away when it comes to that type of stuff. It's just like I want clean accounting.
Yeah.
But if someone didn't respond to mine, I don't like I think it would take me a little while to hunt them down. It would take until the next Venmo request that I have to send.
Yes.
I don't think I would notice right away.
Yeah, it's funny because hunting them down does involve some asserted effort on the requester's part.
Yeah.
Okay, so first let me ask you this. Do you have Venmo notifications turned on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I do too.
Yeah.
So normally when I see that, it's just like you can even answer it from the little drop down.
You don't even have to go into Venmo.
You don't even have to touch it.
Yeah. But I think that this begs the bigger question of like somebody owes you a paltry amount of money. In Venmo, it's usually a paltry amount of money.
Yes.
Sometimes you're sending bigger amounts.
We pay our rent on Venmo, so that's it.
Are you kidding?
Oh yeah, it's a big one.
Can you even do that all in one chunk?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a few $100 was like the most you could send.
Apparently not.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I think when our landlord, he does do things by the book. Clearly he accepts Venmo, so but no, he like said, "Oh, Venmo's fun," and we were like, I don't think he knows what he's talking about, but the first one we tried is
okay. All right.
I'm talking 4 figures here, folks. Because we live in fucking Los Angeles where rent is insane.
It's not less than $1,000.
Yeah, certainly not.
Nuh-uh.
I wish.
Be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this has more to do with just like paltry sums of money. When do you chase someone down to get the amount of money? In my mind, I'd probably give people too long a leash.
Yeah.
Because then I'll be like, they fucking owe me money.
And you don't want to be annoying.
Yeah, I would hate to be annoying and to remind someone that money's involved is like a little bit.
The reminder thing is big. Because like do you know like when it's been like a couple of days, if you're the requester, you can go in and click remind them and then we'll send them another notification.
I did not know that is the most passive aggressive thing I've ever heard of.
Right.
Is this a feature?
No, it's a feature. Oh yeah.
Holy smokes. I have never been reminded. Let me just start there. Listeners, I've never been reminded of
and listeners, let me say, I've thought about reminding Neil a couple times, and I was like, he doesn't need to be reminded.
I thought I was really good.
No, you are very good.
Okay,
I think so.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
No, you're doing great. You're always first. But it is a weird thing that it's like clicking the button that says remind and sending somebody a second notification, not even just 2 notifications total. The second one is almost more heinous than hunting them down and robbing them.
I mean, it's the Facebook poke. Do you remember the poke?
Oh yeah,
where it was like, I don't have anything to say. I'm just gonna poke you to remind you I exist.
Yeah,
that was an insane feature that I think got removed probably in like 2010.
Because they're like, this started out as annoying and it is still annoying.
Continues to be annoying.
Yeah.
And it just becomes the most like passive aggressive. It's the opposite though, because a Facebook poke, you were trying to just get attention in general, and this you're just trying to like slide under the radar in general and make it seem like an automated, the computer needs it.
That's what I don't get. Is like, shouldn't Venmo just have an automated like after 5 days it just sends a reminder?
That would be the ultimate of both, because it would mean like, oh, I'm so sorry that you got this like, hey, you're poor.
Yeah.
Hello, poor person.
Hello.
Like, we need more money.
Yeah, we need more money. It doesn't make the requester feel passive aggressive.
Right.
The sender, the receivee knows like, okay, yeah, I do. A debt must be paid.
Yep.
There's a reason for this debt. And then all the hate goes to the Venmo corporation, which,
I think that's fine for 90% of cases.
Mm-hmm.
But there is also that 10% who you just want to be passive aggressive to. And you've earned it. You've earned the right to be passive aggressive and just be like, remind.
Yes. And might I even heighten that situation?
Okay.
There's some situations where like, and now we're just delving into deeper relationships, but sometimes the Venmo request is the last contact between 2 people. And so
like one of them dies?
No. Like they just don't they don't hang out anymore. Say as a first date, you split the check and then see separate way, but then like that Venmo is just stuck out there in the ether and there's still a debt. So like sometimes it's a reminder
of a relationship.
So sometimes it's just like, okay, let's you settle your debts and then we can just go our separate ways.
Honestly, I would love to see all the messages. I would love to make poetry out of the messages that are left on unpaid Venmo pay requests.
Yeah.
That would be a beautiful book.
Like they just start commenting below. Yeah. So you can comment on Venmo now too.
Beautiful.
My aunt likes my Venmo. She treats her Venmo feed like social media. Like, and she'll even like
the most misappropriated social features I've ever heard of.
And it's like, I mean, she's got stuff going. Well, maybe she doesn't have much stuff going on, but she's got stuff going on. Like there'll even be times where we'll see each other IRL and she'd be like, oh, did you have fun at the Dodgers game? I'm like, what? And then she'd be like, Venmo. And I was like, all right.
Oh God. That makes me deeply uncomfortable.
Well,
it does seem like the surveillance state, but it's like it probably also is the government, but also like, it's just your elders who don't have anything better to do than to like peruse Venmo. But to be fair, I've done it.
It's all your Facebook friends, I think. They somehow connected.
They connected that early on.
Yeah.
But I've definitely scrolled through Venmo just to see what other people are paying other people.
They're hanging out.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, so I think to answer thank you for the great case, Lincoln.
Oh my God, you're a genius.
Fantastic. Can't believe we haven't covered it before. Venmo culture could really be its own series.
Yeah.
To answer your question, how long do you have to wait? I'll give you some homework. I need you to email Venmo, info@venmo.com, and tell them to put in a 5-day just automated reminder.
Well, I think the answer is in that thing, though. It's 5 days.
5 days, yeah.
It's 5 days. If we want the feature to be a 5-day auto reminder, then it's 5 days.
Well, I guess I would push it to, I want a 5-day reminder, but you have a week. Because if they're taking 5 days to respond to the first notification, let's give them 2 more days to respond to the second notification. So I think.
And then what?
So 5-day auto reminder, and then seventh day.
And then you can rob
on
them.
the 7th day he robbed.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then I actually really like that. After a week, you can rob them for the exact like monetary value of the.
Yeah,
of
no,
the you can't like
interest.
you can't take their Nintendo 64 just because they owe you $5.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
which is the most expensive thing I can think of because I'm 13 years old.
A Nintendo
64.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Those are outdated.
They sure are. Anyways, I think this is case closed.
Case closed.
Yeah. Ready? Should we do one more?
Let's do another one.
Hi, I'm Carrie, and I am from Austin. And my question is it okay to break up with someone simply because they use bad grammar?
Chelsea?
What's up?
I'm afraid that we need to talk.
Oh no. Oh no.
I was going to say, don't worry about it. It's not oh no, but it is oh no, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Yeah. Listen, the past 6 months have been really lovely.
Yeah.
We met on Hinge. I love the fact that I finally got a first date at Griffith Observatory because it always seemed like that sort of classic LA experience that we'd get a first date there. But I am afraid that we're going to have to end things. Ooh.
Okay. Was it written in the stars that you saw at Griffith Observatory?
Absolutely not. It was not written in the stars. It's definitely just you.
Okay. That doesn't make me feel very good.
How do I say this better?
It's just me?
Well,
what about just me is just it?
I don't want to continue this relationship anymore because I think it's fair that you get some feedback, so I'm going to tell you why.
It feels like the feedback's going to be a bit unfair, just how you're setting it up.
Well, I mean, how I'm setting it up.
Yeah.
Okay, that was actually correct grammar, but oftentimes you don't use good grammar, Chelsea. And
talking about you?
See, that's what I mean.
Okay, come on.
I know you're
Dale, that was a joke.
It was an emotional state.
I have a pretty good sense of humor.
You do have a pretty good sense of humor. And that is not why we're going to break up. But like when you say things like when you mistake how and what for each other, like it just drives me crazy. Exactly.
But how do you mean this?
Oh my God. How do you mean this is good, but how do you mean is not?
Is this the only thing you want to break up with me about?
Unfortunately, yes. But
okay, so it wasn't the dinners I buy you or the blowjobs I give you.
I was gonna say that is great.
Or the football games I take you to.
And the foot rubs you give me, those have all been wonderful. But I think that I can get those and get great grammar from another girl. And as an Angelino, I have my pick of the litter.
Well, as an Angelino, you're I'm just so upset. This is so mean. I can't even think about a generalization about Los Angelinos that would support my point.
See, you just had excellent grammar throughout that whole sentence complaining about this, but I know that underneath the surface, I'm going to be able to hear your Oxford.
What did this come up?
all rise for the Honorable Carrie from Austin.
Oh, hello,
Yeah.
Carrie.
Hi, Carrie. Thanks for calling.
Wow, we are just really getting across the U.S. with these calls.
We sure are. It's because we have such wide appeal.
Yes.
So what do you
Carrie.
think? What do you think the case is?
I think it is breaking up with somebody because of their bad grammar.
That's exactly what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there any ultimatums? Did Carrie include any sort of like?
That's
It's
it.
just-
It was
okay.
just an open question for that.
Oof. I don't think I've broken up with somebody over grammar.
Yeah.
But my name is Graham.
Good
But the thing is, though, I could see how it would be annoying.
Yes. And here's what I think is that, like, I think I would. I think I would do it.
How bad would the grammar have to be?
I think I have.
Okay. Okay.
I have definitely, like, not necessarily grammar. Grammar's part of the bigger package, though. Grammar
Yeah.
suggests
Grammar's
like,
packaged.
super poor grammar suggests that you have like a disregard for like intellectual pursuits. It suggests you don't read.
And it also suggests that you don't really care about communication.
Right.
Like how you communicate, you don't care how it's received. It's just they make of this what you will.
Yeah. And I'm just going to like throw out nouns and verbs and all the rest.
Yeah.
You know? And it doesn't like, I will give people a lot of slack for like a while, but at a certain point, like you have to prove to me that there's something going on behind your eyes if we're going to like date. I'm okay fucking a dumb guy.
Oh,
but
of course.
Who
doesn't love that?
Yeah. But
that's
when
how I've got most of of the notches on my belt.
Yeah. That's fine. But I do think that I have a certain threshold that I think that people that I date really do have to meet when it comes to just like the broader intellectual curiosity. It suggests an uncurious person.
Yes, I have for sure broken up with people over curiosity. 100%.
Do you have an example?
Not that I want to share with on a national podcast.
Boom, boom,
We have
boom.
listeners in Texas.
We
folks.
have listeners. Half of my exes probably live in Texas.
Is that the new Beyonce song? Half my exes live in Texas.
Yeah, and it's got like a sexier beat than the original. Yeah.
Yes. But yet, no, I definitely have. I mean, obviously, it's like you said, it's part of a greater package.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't date somebody you have a hard time having a conversation with.
Right. And if this is like, so I know who Carrie is, who's the caller, and I know
Well-educated gal.
Yeah, she is a well-educated gal.
Hell yeah.
She's like literally brilliant.
Shout out Carrie, Austin, Texas.
And I have heard some of her dating horror stories, so this doesn't surprise me a terrible amount. And the fact that she's in Texas,
A lot of dumb studs.
Out in Texas, yeah. Especially Dallas. I don't know if you've ever been to Dallas. Huge dongs.
Oh,
Nothing upstairs.
interesting.
And it's fine. We can move the energy down.
The blood flow is going elsewhere.
Yeah, it's going elsewhere. But
huge dongs in Dallas.
huge dong.
Is that why Debbie does it?
That's why Debbie does Dallas. Yes, exactly. That's why Debbie does it.
That's why Debbie does Dallas.
But I'm sure there are plenty of like
Small
broadly
penis.
intellectual people in Dallas
With small penises, yeah.
with small penises. But I don't know them.
Don't really want to get to know them.
But I think it's always okay to break up with someone due to bad grammar.
Yeah, I think it's... Do I think that you should tell them you're breaking up because they have bad grammar?
I think you don't need to tell them that.
Because somebody with bad grammar is going to take that as an offense.
Right. It's gonna suddenly you're snooty. But I think it's okay
Yeah.
to be sort of snooty. I think
It's
we get a
okay to be
little snooty now.
It's okay to be snooty, but it's also okay to gently lie to somebody.
To preserve their feelings.
Yes.
Graham, now you're speaking wisdom.
No, I'm speaking Dallas.
Yeah.
Or not Dallas. Yeah, because they have the bad grammar.
They
So I'm
do
not
have the
speaking
bad
Dallas.
grammar.
Yeah, I think
I don't think you need a good reason to break up with someone.
no, and I think grammar's fine because if it's something that bothers you, if it bothers you that much, you don't want to spend time with that person. So
Right.
stop wasting your life.
And honestly, you're going to make them miserable too. In the long
Yeah.
run. Yeah.
Because you have to like look at them patiently and being like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, no, you mean Gelson's, not Vaughn's. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. I have had a friend of mine had a girlfriend who was who spoke so slowly that I couldn't handle talking to her.
I've broken up with friends for speaking slowly.
Oh my gosh. There's like taking your time, and then there's just like, wow, there's a loading screen between every word.
It's and it's like every story that they tell has no payoff. It could have a really high payoff, but because it takes so long to get there, that payoff is stretched out so thin that it's like, I spent the last 10 minutes hearing about how you had to get double bags at the grocery store. I'm using all grocery store references today.
Well, yes, you had to pick up tomatoes and crack pepper on the tomatoes.
And they didn't have the organic kind? Yeah, it's
brutality. And I think we're being really mean right now, and I like us for it.
I guess. Yeah, we are being snooty. We both have bachelor's degrees, plus some.
But not finished.
Not in English either.
Yeah, not in English.
Did not write many papers in mine.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's snooty, but I also don't think it's mean for us to be like, if this is something you want in a friend or partner, then that's something you want.
And generally, intellectual curiosity is pretty high.
Yeah, and also be curious if you can. Even if you're dumb, as long as you're curious, that's endearing.
Oh, I have lots of very dumb friends.
Curious George was a complete idiot.
Yeah, but he was so charming and so curious.
So many books written about him.
Ugh, I have none written about me.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think case closed on this one.
Yeah, case closed.
Double gavel.
Love is love.
Love is love. Hey, Graham.
I have so much hair in my mouth.
Don't do it. I want to open more. I need more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm greedy.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, this is Stanley from Economawalk, Wisconsin, and I was wondering if candy sizes should be required to have new fun names like Fun Size. You know, why are we only letting one size be fun and all the rest of them have boring names? I'd like to know.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Coming. Hello.
Trick or treat.
Oh, look at you, cutie patootie.
Trick or treat, smell my feet. Give me something good to eat.
Well, I have some Reese's peanut butter cups for you.
Oh, you have the fun size?
I have the fun size, and I have one pack of regular size, but you don't get it because that's for my grandson.
Do you have any exceptional size? The house down the street was giving out an exceptional size.
Like the king size?
No. That's
it comes in bigger than king?
No, Culver City has king size, but yeah, down the street they have exceptional size, and that's not even the biggest.
That's not there's what's bigger than exception? I didn't realize. Here's the thing. I love to treat my grandson, and I wanted to give him a king size Reese's peanut butter cup.
Did you?
Not yet. He hasn't shown up.
Aww.
He hasn't shown up for years.
Okay. I don't really have the emotional capacity to care about what you're going through right now.
Okay.
But if you haven't heard about exceptional size candy bars, that means that you definitely don't have humongous size.
Okay. I feel a little bit taken for a ride by this.
You don't have humongous size?
This tiny Captain America is yelling at me.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll take some fun sizes.
Here's your fun size Reese's peanut
You seem
butter
like
cup.
a guy who was probably brought up on molecular size candy bars, huh? You don't have a lot of joy in your life. You've probably been eating the smallest ones.
I have a bowl of Werther's that I have been munching on.
Well,
as a little treat.
Werther's are fine. Werther's
You want
are
a Werther's?
Werther's are nickel sized. They're nickel sized candy.
Yes, they are. Would you like one?
No? Do I look like I'm above the age of 70?
Well, okay. I'm sorry, kid.
Okay. So I guess just a couple fun size Reese's cups.
I
for me,
already
please.
put some in your weird little red, white, and blue Captain America bucket.
Yeah, it's his shield. But I guess because they're fun size, I didn't even feel the weight of them hit my bag.
Oh my god. You can have one more. Kid.
Okay.
You can have one more, and then you got to get out of here. 'Cause I'm
Okay.
waiting for my grandson to come by.
Sorry, I TP'd your house.
What?
Bye. Before you rise, actually, no. While you rise, as you rise, please rise to Stanley from Wisconsin.
Thank you, Stanley from Wisconsin.
So what do you think Stanley's etiquette case he's proposing is?
I think that ungrateful trick-or-treaters.
You would think.
That's all I got.
You would think for I'm gonna see if I can lead a horse to water here. You're the horse in the situation. I'm the Columbia River, which is famously a freshwater river, as we all know.
Really?
Columbia River, yeah. Are there?
All rivers are freshwater. Anyways,
good point. No, it would be more to do with the thing that they. It doesn't have to do with trick-or-treaters, but something a trick-or-treater would be concerned with or would be thinking about.
The quality or commenting on this quality or size of a gift?
Yes, size of candy.
Size of candy.
Yes, candy.
Okay, so it's candy specific, but not trick-or-treater.
This is a candy specific case.
Okay.
I should just let you know. So Stanley is concerned that they have what's called fun size, but then there's no other fun sizes. If that makes sense. So there's fun size candy bars, but all the other candy bars just get regular ass names. Which I will argue with Stanley. I think king size is
yes.
It's a little whimsical. It's king.
I was referring to a real size of candy.
Right.
I was bringing up king size candy.
Yes, you immediately took the other real size of candy I knew, so I could no longer use that in the scene, and I had to invent my own candy sizes.
I liked exceptional and humongous.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that a regular candy bar should be it should be the second of 5 sizes of candy going up.
Okay, so is that an actual candy size? Regular is a size?
I mean, it's just like size undisclosed.
But no, I think regular is above fun. I think fun is
fun
is the little like grab
tiny.
bag. Yeah. And there's minis too, but there
are minis.
That's self-explanatory.
That's like actually very, very small.
That's like the little
Milky
square.
Way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Let's
I don't know. I don't know. Here's the thing, is that I think it's okay that we have fun size. I think it's okay that we have an assortment of other less common sizes, and that we have basically an unsized piece of candy. I don't know if we need to change. I'm okay with the status quo in this case, I think.
Okay, so
But I'm not a huge candy advocate, nor am I particularly against candy. I'm pretty neutral on candy.
I would say, and unfortunately for our listener Stanley, I'm a little neutral on candy too.
What do we do?
But I do like the whimsy of his question, because it does seem a little unfair that one is fun, and what are the rest not fun?
Here's what I will say is that like they could do this. They could apply the logic of making something that is worse sound better.
Yeah.
And I think people do make that sound, like economy airlines comes to mind, where it's like, okay, you call it economy so that I will be like, this is a good deal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's weird that the travel industry has just made economy synonymous with cheap.
Yes. And so economy travel is supposed to give you the warm fuzzies of like, oh, wow, I didn't spend too much on this, when in fact it's just very expensive and shitty.
Yeah. Wait, I thought economy is the worst. It's the worst class.
Well, then they invented basic economy.
Oh wow!
Right,
really,
so that's
twist the knife.
And if different airlines have different names for it. You got main cabin, which suddenly they made the sort of. They added shittier seats to make the normal seem main.
Yeah, main is plus.
Yeah.
And then plus is extra.
And as long as they keep moving this stuff around, I feel like they can make all the seats a little smaller.
And then I think what first is now business. And then they bumped first up. First is now above business.
I don't know. I think it depends on the.
So I guess, are we talking to ourselves into that there should be some regulation on sizes?
I think we might be. Yeah.
We just...
I think the candiness. I got a little caught up on the candiness of it, and not on the unfairness of naming something that comes in multiple qualities or sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't try and sugarcoat it. Actually, sugarcoat it because it's candy. But sugarcoat the candy. Don't sugarcoat the name of the candy.
Exactly.
There it is.
Well
I
said.
made wordplay. I got there.
And he had great grammar doing it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's fine to have a little more fun with the candy sizes. I like that the candies don't do like the Starbucks, like Venti Grande.
That is just unforgivable.
Where it just all means big. It's just all large.
Yep.
That's unforgivable.
Well, fun kind of means large.
Yeah, but it's small though.
But it's small. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're lying to us.
And they think, do candies have a party size, or is that just chips?
I think party size is if there are many fun sizes in one bag.
Yeah.
That's what I imagine a party size.
And then
would
it's
be.
party, yeah, because you have a lot of fun.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that is party, a lot of fun.
So actually, I think fuck all. I've totally changed my mind.
Yeah, we have really done a 180.
Yeah. Fuck all of the naming, misnaming shit.
Yeah.
It should just be like 60% of a Twix.
Yeah.
That's what they have to call it. They have to call it 20% of a normal Crunch Bar.
Yeah. They really should be standardized. So I think Stanley actually wanted more fun candy names, and we're just
saying actually no.
We need to put it on like the metric system.
Yeah.
We need to be a universal size thing. So
a
it's
unit.
So it's, yes, exactly, units.
We need units of candy.
We need units of candy. Absolutely. I completely agree. I also feel this way about a lot of clothing sizes. Female jean sizes are fucking nuts. That could be a whole document. Yeah,
I don't even know. I don't.
Oh, it goes 0 to 20, but then there's also double zeros, and then like a 5 at the Gap is different than a 5 at Banana Republic. It's a whole thing.
Well, the other place that we need some regulation is on sizing, naming of sizing, is like toilet paper rolls.
Oh yeah,
it's like 24X, 2 is 3, 5 is 9.
No, it should be.
It advertises just a bunch of like nonsensical math.
Yeah.
On it, double ply for 4 times the roll in half the size, and it's just like, what are you talking about?
And you know what I really don't like, now that we're on the topic of toilet paper sizes, is they always have the little graphic on the packaging where it's like 2 smaller rolls equals 1 of our rolls.
Yeah.
And it's a little picture of like 2 dinky rolls and then like a big roll, but it's like, that's not relative to anything. You just drew that on there. That doesn't tell me anything about the fucking size of the toilet paper roll.
Right. Unless you have shitty tiny toilet papers.
Yeah. Tell me how many shits.
Buy.
Yeah. Tell me how many shits I'm going to take with this roll, and then I'll tell you whether I want to buy it or not.
Well, that's all relative too.
That's
so let's not go crazy.
I opened up a different box. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we need to potentially just say case closed on this before we get too carried away.
For sure.
But just say, yes, we need to start a committee to create the metric system for consumer goods.
I agree. I think that's a ruling, and thank you, Stanley from Wisconsin, for calling in. Really? It may not be the ruling you were looking for, but hey, that's the law, baby.
Listen, yeah, and we're in charge.
Yes, sorry.
So, fuck off.
Case closed?
All right, case closed. I am so full after that delicious case, but I would love some dessert.
Okay.
Let's get some.
Hello, this is Brian from Hopkins, Minnesota, and I'd like to know, should it be illegal to greet people with a question when you have no intent on hearing the answer, i.e. like, hey, how you doing? I want to know, should it be illegal? Thank you.
Pauline.
Hey.
Pauline, you how have you been?
Oh, I've hanging in there.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've been doing all right. I feel hydrated.
Say, we really need to get these I was hoping that I could get new washer fluid for my car.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go
into my garage?
Yeah, if you don't mind. I'm going to go get something out of there.
Okay. Oh, you're off. All right.
Say, Pauline, where do you keep the washer fluid?
It's in the blue bottle underneath the tool cabinet.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I got it here. I got it here. Yeah. Oh, great. Say, how are the kids?
Kids are good. They're both in school
Listen,
right
I
now.
really need to fill up my car, so I'm gonna with this stuff. So I'm gonna just go out to the front yard and do that. I parked in your driveway. I hope you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all you came by for?
Well, listen, and you know what? I just wanted to hear how you're doing.
Again, well, I mean, I could be better, sure. There's
You know what?
some
I'm getting a
things.
text.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh. You know what? It's my bank.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've actually been having troubles with my bank. I'm trying to secure a loan.
Oh yeah? What for?
An RV. We're gonna buy an RV. So we need a loan for that. We're thinking about. I think once the kids are in college, we're gonna go camp. We're gonna go camping more.
Pauline,
Yeah?
I'm so sorry. I hate to cut you off.
Oh, I'm so
I
sorry.
hate to cut you off.
So sorry.
But
Yeah.
I really do have to go.
I'm such a talker with the kids gone in school now. It feels like it's an empty house.
Close the door.
Only 7 more weeks until Thanksgiving break.
All rise for Brian from Hopkins.
Brian from Hopkins.
Yeah, Hopkins, Minnesota.
Oh.
It's a suburb.
Thank you, Brian from
It's one of
Hopkins.
the eastern suburbs of the Twin Cities. I believe it's eastern, southeastern. I believe so.
What are the Twin Cities? Minneapolis, St. Paul?
You got it.
It's one of those questions where it's like, I'm going to feel dumb asking it, so I got to have my best guess right after the question. But it's a problem when your best guess is wrong, and then you really feel stupid.
Is it almost like you asked the question not caring what the answer was?
Almost.
It's almost like
It's almost that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's almost that. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Brian from Hopkins. I believe this case file concerns... I wish I had a more eloquent way of saying this.
Mm-hmm.
Cushioning a favor with asking them how they are.
Listen, you're very close.
Okay.
It's asking somebody a question like, how are you?
Mhm.
How are the kids? Blah, blah, blah. And knowing that you don't actually care about the answer.
Okay.
Right? It's
Yes.
just about the question. So I used the washer fluid as a way to interrupt what you're
Gotcha.
saying because I did not care about the
Okay, so that has nothing to do with asking a neighbor for something.
Nope. It has nothing to do with
Okay.
the favors, just
Wow.
asking a question. Yeah. Do we need to regulate that? Should that be illegal?
Boy, this is a big one
Yes.
because I'm sure that everybody's been on both sides of this.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I'm just going to stick with because you started with the how are yous, like how you been.
Yes.
I think you're crazy if you've never said how are you just as like a formality and not like been actually interested in that person's life.
That's mostly true. I feel like more than asking how this person actually is,
Mhm.
it's more just like a way to start a conversation.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I think that could be where
It's like you're gonna say something and then I can yes and it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which I think is fine.
Yeah.
I think that's totally okay.
Yeah. I mean, there is some like disingenuity to it.
Right, because I'm not asking you how you are. I'm asking you to like provide the conversation with a topic that we can like jump off.
It is, yeah, because that is it is sort of a jump off question
Mhm.
because that's kind of like how back when I was first learning how to date, that was kind of like the go-to move was just like what's another question I can ask to like just spark the next part of the conversation.
Right. Just
So
like,
I don't care what the answer of the question is, but it's just where can this answer take us?
right.
Like move on from it. Yeah.
Which I think you need some utility questions.
For
like
sure.
that.
Yeah.
And like
And in work,
maybe you're gonna say something that makes me care about how you are. You know, maybe it's really bad and there's
Mhm.
something I can do about it, and maybe I'll have empathy for you.
Maybe.
Anyways, I think they're okay
Yeah, I think it's to ask a question that
that you
Yeah.
don't care about the answer to.
yeah, it shouldn't be all of your questions.
Listen, we're not psychopaths.
One must be curious.
One must be curious and be willing to listen for an answer. But
Mhm.
I think that when you're asking how are you as a way to being like, okay, let's get something on the table that we can both start playing with as conversation. You are listening, actually.
Yeah.
So maybe this is doing it wrong, where it's just like...
It's like a passive active thing.
Yeah. Maybe I'm changing my own mind again.
Uh-oh.
This hurts.
Uh-oh. Flip-flop, flip-flop,
We've
flip-flop,
done this a few
flip-flop.
times today already.
Yeah, well, I think that, to Brian from Hopkins' point, it's not really an open and shut case. This could almost be a hung... I think because we're flip-flopping on this a little bit, it could be a hung jury, because I can see how, in a lot of situations, it would be disrespectful.
Uh-huh.
And here at Premeditated Studios, law offices, we respect. RESPECT. But, however, sometimes they are kind of necessary.
I think that they're pretty necessary.
It's like a weird social buffer where it's just like you kind of have to...
It's the
bump
initiate.
you have to like bump against the bumpers on the side a little bit to get going down and,
Pick up some steam.
Well, I was doing bowling analogy.
Fuck.
The bump with the
I
bumpers.
thought you were doing go-karts analogies.
Oh, I did. Yeah, that is... Yeah. I was doing a go-kart movement,
You were.
but in my mind, I was going down the alley. I was going down one lane, so I was hitting off the sides.
You know, I went bowling recently.
Get out of town.
I got...
How was bowling? See, I didn't...
Yeah, no, it hurts. It hurts when it's happening.
Okay, maybe there should be some regulation.
I got 5 strikes in a row, and I am bad at bowling. I had so many points. It was crazy.
That's a turkey plus 2/3 of a turkey.
It's a turkey plus 2/3 of a turkey.
Wow, 166% of a turkey.
Exactly. I just wanted to brag a little bit because, like,
what frames were they? 1 through 5, 5 through 10?
They were like in the middle. It was like it was like 4 through 9 or something.
That's like
It was 5 in a row though. I could not believe it.
I still don't like fully understand how bowling points add up. I know that it's like strike, it's like plus 2 frames before, and spare is plus 1. That's a lot of points.
It's a ton of points.
That's more than 50 points because it adds
30 plus 30 plus 30 plus 20 plus 10.
Right.
Whatever that is 90, 110. 120.
90 plus
plus
20.
30 plus 30.
Yeah, 120.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think we need them.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like I was about to say guns. I don't believe that. It's sort of like a slightly dirty thing, but you also you should have.
Yeah, you got to have them.
Sports gambling. Maybe I'll do that.
What?
Sports gambling you don't have to have. I'm trying to think of something that's
I have never sports gambled in my life. I have been fine. I've made it this far.
It's fun.
It does sound kind of fun.
It's like one of those things where it's like if we don't allow it, then society itself crumbles around us. I think.
Because people aren't asking how other people are. People aren't initiating conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
Male loneliness goes further than it is right now.
And that is one of our most sincerest causes here at
And this is why we are not lonely males.
No.
Case closed?
Case closed. Whew.
That was incredible.
Nothing like a long day at the courthouse to really burn some calories.
Exactly. I feel like I am going to wake up skinny tomorrow.
Oh, I'm going to wake up skinny and I'm going to wake up well-informed on
Yeah.
all the latest and hottest social issues.
This is kitchen table politics.
Yes. And it could not have been done without our listeners.
We love you all. And there's so many more that I think that we should take a break here and potentially pick it back up next week.
Yeah. Our phone lines are lighting up as we speak.
It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
We love our listeners.
We love our listeners. Thank you, guys. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
This is Premeditated.